Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Magic, the second one of this week. So, many of you are probably wondering, like, you probably thought I made, like, a mistake by putting out the regular scheduled Magic video on Tuesday, or thought that we were changing it to Tuesday. That's not what we're doing. We're actually adding a second series.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. So this series is called MtG Flashback. And it's named because we basically get to see old decks, which is really cool. So
redone with newer cards.
Yeah. So the Tuesday thing, so it's going to be from now on. This series that you're seeing today is going to be on Tuesdays, and then you're still going to have a regular Magic game in some format or another. It doesn't have to be modern.
Yeah, it's not going to be modern as often anymore.
Yeah,
because this will always be modern.
Yeah, but that'll be on Friday. So yeah, go ahead and explain kind of what we're doing.
So for this series, you'll get to vote for 4 decks. And to start us off, we have 2 decks already pre-decided.
Yeah.
And whoever wins gets to face off against the most voted deck next week.
Yeah. And we're going to be doing that just in the comments. So next week's choices, we just kind of pick some at random. So you can either have whatever deck wins this week against Elves, Seasoned Walkers, Demigod Dredge, or Blue-Red Delver. So go ahead and leave a comment in this video saying which of those you'd like to do. And there's one other thing that you can leave a comment for. And this is kind of a celebration of our 100th episode. We also just crossed 18,000 subscribers. We're about to hit 3 million total channel views. There's a whole lot of things. New series, all that fun stuff.
So much excitement.
So we decided to do, for that, we're going to do a giveaway. So
including the Mr. Boopster Reality Master.
Yeah.
Our 100th video special.
Yeah. So some of you have been asking where you can actually get these. They're not available in our store yet.
Yeah,
but
the one token site we did have kind of died off on us.
Well, it kind of
found a replacement.
It kind of doubled its prices. So
yeah.
we need to figure out a new supplier for those. But anyway, so I did make some new tokens for this set, and these are just some of the ones you're going to get. There's 2 others that aren't in here yet, but you get Mr. Boopster Reality Master, Energy Reserve, Zombie, Servo, and Poison Counter. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So, so we're just giving these away. And, so all you have to do is to be entered in a chance to get these. Comment on this video, vote for what deck you want to see next week, and tell us what your favorite card is. And the reason I'm getting you to do something else is just so I know that you actually care about this and you're not just voting.
Yes.
Because some people, like, if you just want to vote, that'd be great too, if you don't want any of these. But if you also want this, vote and tell us what your favorite card is, because I'm actually kind of curious. It's going to be interesting. So the winner of that's going to be announced next Friday. So a week from today.
The winner for this will be announced next Friday.
Yeah. And obviously, this series will continue on Tuesday. It's a little confusing, but the reason we had to kind of flip-flop these around this week, because I wanted to put this video on Tuesday and the regular one on Friday, but these hadn't come in the mail yet, and I kind of want to wait until they did.
Good old days.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah. So without further ado, that's all the new stuff that I have to go through. And the decks that we're going to start out with, I'm playing a Tribal Zoo deck.
I'm playing Creul Brew.
And longtime fans of ours might recognize this as being our first ever matchup of Modern. So hopefully, I think I lost in that one. I think the Tribal Zoo deck lost, so hopefully I can take my revenge this time.
We should also mention, I guess, so for this week we have this to decide who goes first.
Yeah.
Also how we handled that video going first.
Yeah.
But following up, it'll be whatever the challenger deck is, that deck will be going first.
Goes automatically first, yeah. Because you could have a scenario where one deck just trounces every single week. We'll probably cut it off at like 4, I imagine. Like if it wins 4 times in a row, you might get sick of seeing it, so we might just reset the whole thing then. So anyway, in front of us we each have 8 randomly selected cards.
Actually, there's one more thing that we forgot to mention.
Did we forget something? What did we forget?
This format has a sideboard.
Oh yeah, right! Yeah, so if you're following us at all, the reason that we don't sideboard normally is because we always know what the matchup is. So it'd be kind of pointless to, like, either you're making a sideboard that's half cards that are completely useless and you would never board in anyway, or you board in 15 cards that are great against the other deck.
And that's not...
Yeah. Yeah.
no one ends up playing like that ever.
Yeah, which is
for
stupid.
this format, since you have no idea what's coming, you
Yeah.
have to build to expect.
So, like, we know this matchup, but next week could be
Could be anything.
any of those 8 combinations, right? So, anyway, yeah. So we will be sideboarding, and we'll show you that on camera. So anyway, yeah. To decide who goes first, we each have 8 random cards, and we're gonna see who can make the biggest snot ball.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna... Mountain.
It's not.
Oh, good.
Snot.
This is exactly what happened last time. This doesn't bode well. Oh, no.
It's not.
You beat me by 1.
Beat you by 1.
Well, last time I think you beat me by like 6, so I'll take it. My inferior snot ball. Anyway, so I assume you'll be going first, and we'll see you in game 1. Alright, game 1. Go ahead and show your hand.
We've got...
And I've got a bit of interestingness with these. All right, kick us off. I hope this doesn't end exactly the same way that it ended last time.
Well, we're going to start this off with a Temple of Deceit.
Sure. Oh, it is also worth noting there are updated deck lists, so we're not doing exactly the same list that we did the first time we did this. We're trying to keep the spirit of each deck intact, but sometimes
there's been some
questionable
upgrades.
there's been some questionable decisions.
on our end.
Yeah.
That's going to go on the bottom. Enter go.
Draw a card. All right. I think I'm going to lead with a Wooded Foothills, and I'm going to crack that Wooded Foothills. Going to 19, and I think I'm going to fetch... It's the thing with this deck is there's a ton of singletons, so it takes a while to find stuff sometimes. I think I'm going to go with Overgrown Tomb.
Untapped.
Untapped. Going to 17. And I'm going to cast a tiny Wild Nacatl. Pass the turn.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty small. I
Yes.
assume you have another fetch, though, if you're not getting at least half of it out. Draw for turn. Well, that changes what we do substantially.
If you somehow get a Chandra this turn and ping him,
Serum
I'm going to be very
visions.
sad.
That'd be impressive.
It would
and
be.
Also impossible.
Yeah.
Draw.
I mean, you could be cheating and have snuck like a Lotus in there.
And I think what we're going to go for, actually, is leaving them how they are.
All right.
Then we're going to go for Blood Crypt, untapped.
Oh, I know it's coming.
And we're just going to bolt that now. We do have a pump spell.
Yeah.
Turgo.
Yeah, Might of Alara would be pretty backbreaking against the Lightning Bolt. Okay, well, that kind of changes my plan, but also not really all that much. Untap Sacred Foundry, going to 15.
Yep.
Gonna cast Monastery Swift Spear. Swift Spear.
Swift Spear.
I don't know why I called him a bear. And another Wild Nacatl.
Ugh.
This time, full mast.
Full mast.
And I'll attack you for 1.
17.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. You know, I'd set up something and then I realized that I don't actually have one of the manas for that. I have to fetch for it.
Ah.
So we're going to find... think Breeding Pool.
Sure. Untapped? By the looks of it?
I think so. I want to double check, but
Sure.
pretty sure I don't have another play, so... Yeah, it's going to be untapped.
Okay.
And...
So 14, or did you take it already?
Sorry, 14.
Yeah.
Enter go.
Were you really that low? Yeah, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then attack for 1. You've done more to yourself than I have. That's pretty sad for this deck, honestly.
That is pretty sad.
3 mana up. And you definitely have something because you left it untapped. There's no way it could be Abrupt Decay and Lightning Bolt, could it? That'd be pretty bad. Abrupt Decay and Lightning Bolt. What are the odds of that? Well, we'll attack for 4.
So, 2 mana.
Abrupt Decay. Snapcaster Mage Bolt. That makes sense.
Targeting Bolt. Bolt Wild Nikado.
Sure.
Block Monastery Swift Spear.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Play a Mountain. I'll tap 2, and I'll play a, I believe, 4/5 Tarmogoyf. Oh no instant anymore.
No instant.
3/4.
Only 3.
I used a bone dice just to keep track of that. That's okay. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Coiling Oracle.
Sure.
Revealing a Misty.
Pretty good.
And a Sunken Ruins. Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Just oozing those, apparently. Well, I'm going to start by attacking you for 3.
Jump.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I will cast another Tarmogoyf. Pass the turn.
End of turns. Turn. Crack Misty Rainforest. We're going to find... I think it's Steam Vents.
Alright.
Tapped.
So probably not getting Creul Ultimatums this turn. Maybe next turn. Which is a scary prospect.
Untap. Draw for turn. Polluted Delta.
Yep.
Crack that going to 12.
You've done so much damage to yourself.
That's
It's ridiculous.
Let us find with that. I think. A Watery Grave. Actually, no. A Breeding Pool. We only
Okay.
have the 1 green source.
Alright.
Not that that matters too much. Tapped.
I was gonna say, if that's untapped, I don't even know what's coming. I don't know what 6s you have, but... I guess, like, Simian Spirit Guide Creul Ultimatum. That'd be pretty cruel. Also, not possible.
Not possible. No
You
Simian
don't have
Spirit.
that, but...
Could be like Chandra Double Terminate.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad, too.
Fortunately, it's not that. It is just a Time Warp.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Untap.
Oh, this is scary.
Draw for turn.
This is very scary.
Here's a mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, you're lining up mana. That's what you're doing.
Creul Ultimatum.
Okay. How many cards do I discard?
Target opponent sacrifices a creature, discards 3 cards, then loses 5 life.
This is not good. So, sack that, discard my 2 Tribal Flames and a Scavenging Ooze, go to 10.
And then I get to return a creature card from the graveyard to the hand. Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
Draw 3.
Man, didn't even have any
Gain
instants.
5.
So he's not even that big.
17.
So this is very scary.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Attack you for 3. Assuming you didn't get any bigger. No.
14.
Still just sorceries and stuff. And I'll play Arid Mesa. Why not? Pass turn.
Untap.
I'm very terrified
Draw for turn.
that you're going to just do that again now.
Stomach Ground tapped.
Yeah.
4 mana.
Uh-huh.
For Chandra,
Sure.
who I think is going to ping you.
9.
And that's correct, Tribelter.
Okay.
Jurgo.
End of turn. Even though it actually increases your clock, I'm going to crack this because I don't really want to draw another one. And if I somehow get some of my other copies of Tribal Flames, I might as well get a blue source. So I think it's going to be Steam Vents over Hallowed Fountain. Definitely nothing new in graveyards. Okay. Draw a card. Attack you for 3. Sure.
Block that. And then 4 damage. Sack it. Find a basic land. Which I think will be an island. Tapped.
Okay. How scared am I of Chandra? If you have a removal spell... I guess if you had a lightning... Well, no. Yeah, if you had a lightning bolt, you could double bolt Tarmogoyf, which would be bad. But you've already used one. I'm not super afraid of Chandra, so I'm going to Tribal Flames you for 5.
Go 9.
Pass the turn. It's funny how that actually mattered, huh?
Yeah.
Getting the blue source. But this is not looking good.
Draw for turn.
Still. I'm in a very vulnerable position right now.
So, we're going to cast Snapcaster Mage,
Oh.
targeting Creul Ultimatum. And then we're going to copy the next spell I cast this turn.
Oh, I'm just dead. Oh my god.
Creul Ultimatum.
I'm literally just dead.
Yeah, that's 10 damage.
Alright, well. that was game 1. And now we actually go to sideboards, which is kind of exciting. So, I think it doesn't really matter. I don't think if we know what the other person sideboarded in all that much. We're not trying to dupe each other.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna do it in front of camera here. So this is the kind of stuff I have in my sideboard. And again, if you are interested in these, I'm not gonna flash every single card on the screen, but they are available on the tapped out link.
Yes.
So there's that. So I think for me, Gaddock Teague seems pretty good at turning off your shenanigans.
Yeah.
Turns off Chandra, turns off Creul Ultimatum, obviously.
Turns off Time Walk.
Yeah, Time Walk.
Turns off my 1 Bituminous Blast.
Yeah, there's quite a few things. So I like Teague. He is very vulnerable, but I like him. Rest in peace. Now, that game you had Snapcaster Mage, which seemed pretty good.
Yes, but I only have the 2 copies on the list.
And I don't think I quite need to go there. Some of this stuff is obviously very targeted. Ancient Grudge, Natural State, essentially useless against you.
Yes.
That's not really doing
Same
anything.
with mine.
But I like Duress. Duress can hit Chandra, can hit Creul Ultimatum. So I'm probably just going to board in Teague and Duress.
As for me, Pyroclasm is kind of an obvious one.
Yeah.
Same with the Damnation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you weren't too aggro-ish. Everything else, like this is kind of my like anti-control package here, and none of this stuff is targeted. I think I'm going to take the Drag Tusks though.
Yeah.
I mean, they are really fun with Creul.
Now you say I wasn't very aggro-ish, but it wasn't from lack of trying. So anyway,
it's true. The Bolt Snapcaster Mage does a lot of work.
And anyway, so speaking of that, so this stuff's kind of slow, so I'm gonna try and, because I think that's really my only way of coming out ahead is to try and be faster than you are. So I think what I'm going to do is take out some of my slower things. 2 Bobs, and I think probably 2 Lightning Bolts. Because Lightning Bolts, it's good against other creature decks, as you obviously saw in the last game. But as just a burn spell, I have better ones.
Yeah, Trouble Flames is quite a bit more.
Yeah, in that sense, I'd rather Duress you on turn 1 than Lightning Bolt you on turn 1, for instance.
As for me, Ancestral Visions is pretty slow.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just be dead by the time it comes into play. One Chandra, that's kind of like the hard cut, and then Sarkin, he's nice for Creul Ultimatum because he draws a card and fixes mana for you, and he can make a 4/4 dragon, but 5 mana for a 4/4 that potentially just losing on that turn.
And, this is in theory an aggro deck, so there's that. Anyway, so now that we're done that, we'll see you in Game 2. Alrighty, Game 2. Let's show my hands. And hope for the best that we don't get Creul Ultimatum 3 times. We'll see. Good.
The best part of that was that it was all the same Creul Ultimatum.
I know!
And...
Okay. So I'm going to lead with a Wooded Foothills. I'm going to crack said Wooded Foothills. Go to 19. Just got to decide what land I'm going to get. And I think it's going to be Temple Garden. There he is. Untapped. Going to 17.
It's Garden.
Temple Garden.
Is it a wild Mikado?
It is. Yes, it's a wild Nikado. The wildest of Nikados.
Well,
Pass the turn.
He's a 2/2.
Yeah.
So
I guess he's not the
last
wildest. Yeah.
Mr. Rainforest crack.
Mm-hmm.
Going to 19. I think we're only going to get a basic island, though.
Okay.
We're not going to be super greedy this time. And a Serum Visions.
Alright.
Draw a card. Scry 2. Well, I think we definitely leave that one on the top, and one on the bottom. And go.
Untap. Draw a card. It's not horrible. Okay. I'm gonna play an untapped Steam Vents, going to 15. Making this a 3.
Yeah. It was a 3/3.
And... you know what? I think I was too slow last time. Let's go fast this time. Give him +4/+4 until end of turn. Since you're tapped out anyway.
Yeah.
Attack you for 7.
Oh! Go to 12.
And I don't think your deck has any counter spells.
There are some inside, but we didn't bring any in.
Yeah.
Too focused for that.
I don't think there's a better use for this, so I'm going to also throw a bolt at you.
Go to 9.
Pass the turn.
Untap.
Having you at a life total that's multiples of 3 is always good.
I mean, I'm going to have to ruin that for you. Go to 7.
Oh. I mean, I'll take that too. Honestly.
And here's a Sakura Tri-Builder.
Good chump blocker.
Use that to clear the board.
Yep.
Trigo. If you had saved the bolt.
Yeah, but that's a horrible bolt target.
I mean...
if I had like 2 Might of Lars,
3 damage.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Still the 3 damage is coming in. Either way, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. I think... yeah, I'll attack you for 3.
Well, I shall block.
Sure.
And then before damage.
Yep.
Sack that. Gonna go find my swamp. Swamp.
Okay. Then I will follow that up with a tapped Hallowed Fountain and a Tarmogoyf. I currently have instant, sorcery, land, you have creature, so 4/5.
Oh!
Pass the turn.
Big boy.
It's a pretty big boy.
Untap.
Still there's the Bolt Snap Bolt, if you got it, but...
draw for turn. I mean...
still a big boy.
That's pretty good. Actually, no. It's unfortunately fighting, so...
Also, conveniently, you're at 7. I have 7 points of damage on the board. So you gotta do something.
Serum Visions. Find us the answer. I mean, that was pretty good. Not gonna lie. And Scrying reveals... I mean, maybe we can make that work. I think we're gonna put that on top and this on the bottom.
I have this sneaking suspicion that there's an Abrupt Decay or Terminate in my immediate future.
Here's a mountain.
Yeah?
Enter go.
Pretty sure. Draw a card. That's decent. Yeah. Voice of Resurgence.
In response.
Might as well make you do it now.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Yep. Dead man. So, that comes into play. Then I'll attack you for 3.
Or take it. 4.
Then I'll play a forest.
You got it?
No, Scavenging Ooze. Pass the turn.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Normally, I don't think overcommitting is great, especially when you brought in sweepers, but if you have point removal, I'd rather have 2 lethal threats.
Yes.
Or a chump blocker.
Draw for turn. Well, we knew what that was. Can it find us an out, though? Quite like Oracle.
Yep. Snapcaster Mage.
Not very good with the Scavenging Ooze on the board. Fortunately, also not a land.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have one. That would have if you had a blue source, it would have been pretty good, but
Terminate's got to be pointed at the Scavenging Ooze.
Sure. Well, it does keep you alive for sure.
It does keep me alive. Sure go.
Untap. Draw a card. Not ideal. Well, attack you.
Block 3 of it.
Yep.
Go to 2.
Bloodstained Mire. Pass the turn.
Untap.
I'm really close. I mean, I know I'm gonna get
for turn.
Snap Terminate or Snap Abrupt Decay, but really close. I can feel it in my bones.
I guess it's probably best to go Snap now.
Yep.
Targeting Terminate.
Yep.
Terminate Wild Nicodle.
Yep. Dead Nicodle.
Blood Crypt tapped. Sure go.
Gonna crack Bloodstained Mire just for a little thinning. Because it's very slimming.
I'm dead to quite a lot of things.
Yeah. I don't have black yet. So I can get black. Not that it matters, because if I drew out Tribal Flames, you're just dead to Tribal Flames.
I'm dead
I can get one.
Lightning Helix, or a Goblin Guide.
There's a lot of things that you could be dead to.
Not quite a Swift Spear.
Yeah, I guess not. Swift Spear by himself doesn't do a whole lot.
I mean, it puts me to 1. It does half my health.
Yeah, but you being at 1, you being at 2 isn't a big difference. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes!
Nailed it.
Yes! Tribal Flames you for 5.
Dead.
Woo! I'm pretty happy about that.
If you didn't have it, I think I could have cleaned the board thanks to having to trade.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a pretty good thing. What was next on top? Might of Lara. That would have done it, too. So.
I'd have done it.
Even if that Tribal Flames was scried to the bottom. Oh, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you didn't have blocker. Good point. All right. Well, that was exciting. Got pretty lucky there. Although I did have a lot of outs.
Yes.
Goblin Guide would have done it, too, actually.
Yeah.
Any four.
That was one of the ones I said.
So, on the draw, do I want to change anything? I don't think so. I think this is a pretty easy match to sideboard, because...
Yeah,
it doesn't really change. I might... no, but the thing is, Duress is better against big things anyway, so...
And Duress is excellent for taking away my Creul ultimatums.
Mm-hmm. So I think, I'm just leaving it as is. Yours is just as simple.
Yes.
I don't think there's any real point in...
Mass removal is still mass removal. And
yeah.
Tarmogoyf is... Or not Tarmogoyf. Thragtusk is still Thragtusk. So we'll see you in Game 3.
Alrighty, Game 3. Go ahead.
We have... It's a little weirder from our last hands, but I think we can make it work.
That, I don't know if that scares me or what that does to me. It does something to me. I don't know what that is, but we'll see. Alright. Go ahead.
Start us off, I think I'm going to go Verdant Catacombs, crack, going to 19. And I'm going to get a Watery Graves tapped.
Oh, okay.
Is Watery Graves what I want? Yeah. Watery Graves tapped.
Okay.
And then it's your go.
Draw a card. That's not terrible. Does that change what I get, though? I don't think so. So we're going to play Wooded Foothills. Crack that, going to 19. And I'm going to see what I get. I'm not committing to anything yet, but we'll see.
It's going to be something.
You know, oddly enough, I think it's untapped Steam Vents.
That's, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an odd choice, I know, but...
No blue spells.
No blue spells. He's only in here for domain.
Simply exists for Tribal Flames and Might.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, I think my the rest of the mana I have is good enough that I can just do this.
Yeah, this is definitely weird.
Doesn't have a huge downside.
So
I'm gonna
Steam an aggro deck.
Lead with a Swift Spear. Attack you for 1.
18.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Overgrown Tomb. 16.
Yep.
Coiling Oracle.
Sure.
I mean, it's almost a land, but it's not a land. Sure go.
Untap. Draw a card. Okay, that's probably enough of those. Play a Bloodstained Mire. Is that what I'm going to play? Am I going to play a Bloodstained Mire? No, I'm going to play an untapped Temple Garden. Go to 15.
Yeah. Low life totals.
And I'll attack you for 1.
Nope.
Sure. Well, I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
You can't just take over my attack step. Then I think I'll go for a Soulfire Grandmaster. And pass the turn.
You have a Tribal Flames. That's not going to be good. That's pretty decent. So, we're going to go for a Swamp.
Yep.
We're going to go for a Sakura Tribe Elder.
Sure.
And we're going to go for Seer Visions.
Sounds good.
Ooh. Scry 2. I think we're going to leave that on top and this on the bottom.
Okay.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. That's interesting too, actually. Okay. Bloodstained Mire. Gonna crack that right now, going to 14, and I'm gonna go to 12.
Just all the damage.
And this one's gonna get a black-green source, I think. Black-red or black-green? Black-green. I think I have more green things than I have red things. It's close, though. Very close. So, first thing I'm going to do, duress you, getting a prowess trigger.
Duress me, huh?
That's sideboard tech. Oh, so you can't time warp next turn. Yes, you can, because of this dude.
Yes.
Time warp. That is definitely scarier than a Farseek. I do believe.
Do you have the Tribal Flames?
Well, you're not dead to a Tribal Flames.
I know, but...
It's pretty bad, though.
It's pretty bad when I have... Spells have lifelink.
I'll attack you for 4.
I mean, they're both the same. But we'll block the lifelink creature. That way you don't get lifelink.
Sure.
Sacrificing. Go find... a mountain.
So, before damage, I'll Might of Alara this for full. So that's...
Very good thing I blocked the lifelinker.
So it's 5, 6, 7... Okay,
8.
So hang on. Yeah.
So that's attacking...
So this is 3 and then
an 8,
plus
9.
5. So 8, and then I'll bolt you. Also, giving it a pump. And gaining 3 life. So this will happen first. You go to 13.
12 damage. That's 12 damage.
It's 12 total?
Yeah.
You counted the prowess trigger, right?
Yes.
So 5, 6...
Because it's an 8, 9.
7,
so
8,
now it'll
9,
be 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yep.
Go to 4.
And I will gain 3. Going to 15. 2.
Untap. Draw for turn. Fluted Delta. Crack. Going to 3. It's not a number you like to be at.
No. Not usually.
Not usually. Find an island.
We'll see if I have the luck of the Irish like I had last time. With that very clutch Tribal Flames.
I mean, at least this time.
I guess you do have a
Thrag Tusk.
There is a Thrag Tusk.
Going to 8.
It's a good point.
But as we've just seen, that might not be good enough.
Yeah.
It's your go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, I didn't need another one of those. So, that's a big boy. I think I'm just going to go for Gaddock Teague.
Yeah.
And a Bloodstained Mire. And pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. We are going to Farseek.
Yep.
We're going to seek far and wide for a Blood Crypt.
Sure.
Then we're going to play Temple of Epiphany tapped.
Sure. Well, you don't have much choice on that one. Kind of always comes in tapped.
That's going to stay there. Enter go.
And a turn, I'm going to crack this because I really don't want to draw any more lands. We'll get our other black source. Because why not, I guess? I don't know. Kind of have enough of everything, so.
Yeah.
I guess could have got another white source. That's an option.
I mean, you don't really need too much white, and you kind of want the double red / blue for these.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the nice part.
For when you need a 6-mana double bolt.
Okay. Draw a card.
Or even just a 5-mana bolt with buyback is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be. Well, especially in this position. That'd be disgusting. You're at 8.
I'm at 8.
Tap Stomping Ground. Go.
Untap.
This is probably the turn where it can all just backfire incredibly.
Bolt Soulfire Grandmaster.
Yep.
Temple of Deceit. Scrying. I mean, it's nice, but no, it's not good enough. Oh, that's not the bottom card. There we go. And I clearly cannot attack. It's your go.
Draw a card. Well. It's not horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible. Okay. I think I've decided what I'm going to do. How many cards do you have?
1.
I'm not sure if I know it. I don't remember if I know it or not. I mean, obviously, I don't know it, or I would say it. Probably.
Yes.
I'm going to go to attacks.
I'm going to block the monasteries with Spear.
I'm going to...
This might. It's going to hurt, but...
Lightning Helix you.
Ooh. Go 5.
17. And that's it. So 2.
3.
I like the way the math worked out on that one. So
yes.
Pass the turn.
Untap.
Hopefully you can't gain a bunch of life.
You know what? I just got to look at the bottom to make sure I actually put it on the bottom. Yeah, I did. Okay. I did scry to the bottom. Unfortunately, I drew the same card. So your go.
Untap. Draw a card. Arid Mesa.
Whoo.
Pass the turn.
Draw for turn.
I'm on so many eggshells right now.
5.
Take it. 12.
Strike toss.
Oh my god, really?
8.
Now I gotta do this again? Crack that, go to 11. Sacred Foundry tapped. I assume you're done, yeah?
Polluted Delta. And Trigger.
Okay. Meant to do that in a turn, but it doesn't really make a difference.
No.
Okay. So, 2 Thrag Tusks.
2 Thrag Tusks.
Draw a card. Huh. Okay.
I mean, at least you know that there's no more.
That's, yeah. I mean, until one, dies somehow and you Creul ultimatum it back. Oh,
I mean, first
boy.
I have to get Atkst.
Yeah.
If I did have a Creul ultimatum.
Yeah. Oh, boy. What do I do here? This is really scary. Pass the turn.
In turn, crack Polluted Delta, going to 7.
I just realized I have one of each land, except for Hallowed Fountain, that's in this deck. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. We're going to find... It doesn't matter too much, but let's get one of those lands that can hurt us if we draw it.
Yeah.
Like a Breeding Pool tapped. Going to 5 is not really what this deck wants to do when there's Tribal Flames.
No.
Untap. Draw for turn. I mean, this is going to be sad, but we're going to Pyroclasm.
Pyroclasm, huh? Might of Alara Gaddock Teague. So, still 5. Still 5.
Oh. You just used your Might of Alara.
I used a Might of Alara.
Used a Might of Alara.
Second one.
10.
Have one card in hand, and I don't think it's anything, or you probably would have done it before. Or it's a Creul ultimatum.
I probably... Well, I mean, yeah.
You can't cast it until Teague's gone. This is really tough. I could go to 1, but then I'm just obviously dead to Bolt. But I think if you had Bolt, you would have used it. He would have used it. So I could trade for half of a Thragtusk, essentially. Or I could gamble on drawing a Might of Alara and having that be a kill. Make this very difficult.
Yes.
Do I trade for half of a Thragtusk? I think... This might be one of the hardest decisions I've had to make, actually. How many bolts have you used? One?
One bolt.
As far as I know, that's the only direct damage spell, other than Chandra, which if Gadokteeg lives, you can't cast. This could be a huge mistake, but I think I'll go to 1.
It's your go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, I mean, I guess. So you're at 7. How many Tribal Flames have I used? None?
On this game.
No Tribal Flames. So... I think I need to take this opportunity. Attack you for 2.
Okay. Go to 5.
Play a Curd Ape. Play another Gadokteeg, keeping that one around. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. 10.
Chump chump.
Chump chump.
What do you have?
The one spell that I had in hand was in fact a Chandra. Go up. Ping you for 1.
Okay, what was on top anyway? Nothing. Alright. So you took it again somehow.
By drawing,
the same matchup.
By drawing back-to-back Sideboard
yeah.
cards.
I have a feeling this is going to set the trend for the rest of this series. But I don't know. I'm a little upset about that one. I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, that was...
I find that I'm a little perturbed by what just happened again.
I was really banking on you not drawing a kill spell and trying to close out the game, and it worked.
Yeah. God, I can't believe you went runner, Thragtusk. That's unbelievable. Game 1, 3 Creul ultimatums. Game 3, all the sideboard tech in the world. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta put this out of my mind. And anyway, yeah.
So once again,
I'm trying to even think what I'm saying here.
Once again, you can vote.
Yeah.
Which of the decks that you now want to face against Creul Brew.
Yeah. So the options are Elves, Seasoned Walkers, Demigod Dredge, and Blue-Red Delver. And I'm gonna link the videos in this space.
Which one do you think
gives
Chubby the best matchup against this? Just roll face.
Yeah. I wish we had an Infect deck. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if I pretty.
I don't know. I don't know what can be much faster than a really fast zoo deck, though. I don't know. So yeah, any of those I will play against this one. And if you want to win any of these 4 lovely packs of tokens and Mr. Boopster Reality Masters and other fun things, then when you vote, make sure you also include what your favorite card is. And if you do that, we'll know that you're interested in these. And I'm just going to pick comments at random that answer both of those questions.
Yes.
And then we'll give those away.
Woo!
And it'll be really sweet. So, we will see you on Tuesday with the second episode of this, and on next Friday with our regular scheduled thing.
And with the details of who won.
Yeah, that too. Ciao.
Bye.